Oluwatayo, and in today's tutorial we're going to continue walking through text functions in Microsoft Excel and how we can use them for data cleaning in Microsoft Excel. Now, what are text functions? They're basically a set of functions or set of pre-built functions in Microsoft Excel that allows you to manipulate format text strings in Microsoft Excel. Again, you're wondering what I'm talking about. It basically is some set of super tools that helps you to do things better in Microsoft Excel. So let's say, for example, you need to find and search something, or you need to join multiple texts together, or you probably just need to change the formatting or the cases of some text. You know, there are a lot of them, right? There are a lot of text functions. We're going to walk through with Alice, who is an inventory analyst at a very large retail corporation. Now, Alice is tasked with analyzing and summarizing data on a day-to-day basis, and we're going to look at 4 Excel text functions that she uses on a daily basis to perform her task. The functions are upper, lower, concatenate, and substitute. So follow me and let's see how Alice does her stuff. Alice. Now, these are product names: smartphone, food flasks, and bubble gum. And they're all in lower cases. And how would she turn all of this? And she wants to turn all of this into upper cases, maybe because all are in remaining entire data set are in upper cases. So we'll quickly call the function upper, like that. We'll pick it with a tab key and we'll reference the cell where the lower cases are, and we'll hit enter button, and that basically changes all the text, or changes the text to the upper case. Now let's quickly look at how she can clean her data or standardize her data using the lower case, especially if everything doesn't, if she just probably needs all of her data sets in lower case. So we can look at this, data set here, and this can commonly happen if you have data set from different multiple sources. So for example, if you have data set probably that is pulled from the internet, or maybe you happen to convert some text from PDF to Word or PDF to Excel or something, or from some form of table that is not originally in Microsoft Excel, and it comes out like this. So you can use the lower function to standardize everything back into lowercase. So I'm going to reference the cell where the text is in, and I'll hit enter, and everything changes back to lowercase. All right. Now let's look at how concatenate can help Alice to clean our data. From the word concatenate, basically the function helps you to join more than one text together. So if you have first name and last name in different columns or in Microsoft Excel or in different locations, you can use concatenate to join them together and put them in just one cell. Now, so for example, my first name is Oluwatayo, my last name is Winconley, and these two names are in different cells all over. So I can basically use concatenate and reference these two cells and bring them into one cell. Now let's look at this scenario. Alice in this case wants to basically generate a unique product code for each of this items or each of these products. That is the iPhone X, Phantom X2, and each of those products have serial numbers, right? They have 101 is assigned to iPhone X, 102 is assigned to Phantom X2, but she needs to generate a unique product code and a product category code. Now, in doing that, Alice has some guidelines. The product category is smartphone. Product category code usually in their company starts with SMTP and an hyphen. Now, the product code itself of that particular product is this serial number. That is, iPhone X is 101. Phantom X2 is 102, like that. So Alice needs to join SMTP iPhone with 101 so that it will stand for iPhone X. So you can always reference iPhone X. So let's quickly do that using the concatenate function. I'm going to use concatenate in this case, and I'm going to reference text 1 since the beginning of the text is going to be SMTP, then the serial number of the particular product. So I'm going to pick reference the cell that has SMTP first, and the next text is the serial number of the particular product, which is 101, and I can close my bracket. However, remember that to make our work easier, we want to copy this formula down, which means in this case, SMTP is always a constant in front of all of these numbers. So what we will do is we will lock the cell that has SMTP so we can easily copy the formula down. And to lock that particular cell, SMTP happens to be in cell B2, and I will come in front of B2 here and I'll press F4 on my computer. Now, on other computers, you may have to press the function key and the F4 key together, depending on who your manufacturer is or what they specified for cell locking. Or in other cases, you may just use you may just manually write out the $ in front of the row number and in front of the column alphabet. So that's it. I've locked cell B2 and I've referenced cell A4 as the serial number. So I'm going to hit enter and we can see the unique product code has been generated, and I can easily copy this down and it will replicate itself for the other product type or the other smartphones. Now let's look at the last one, which is substitute. Now let's assume that XYZ Retail Co. has probably been merged or acquired by another company, or there's a rebranding and the new company name is ABC Retail Co., right? And now Alice has XYZ splattered all over her data set, and she needs to change XYZ to ABC. Now we're going to see how we can use substitute to quickly change it at a go. So I'm going to call equal to substitute, and basically we have all of these arguments inside substitute. So what's the text that I want to substitute? And is this XYZ Retail Co. Now what's the old text that I want to replace? Is XYZ, right? And because it's a text, I'm going to put it in inverted commas or double quotations. So I'm going to quickly do that and write it out in, again, substitute is case sensitive. So if the text you want to replace is in uppercase, when you're specifying it, please also, when you're specifying the old text, also put it in all uppercase. So I put that XYZ is my old text, then comma. The next argument is the new text, that is, what do you want it to write instead? So I want it to write ABC. I put that in inverted commas also. I'll put ABC and I can close my bracket. Notice that there is a last optional argument called instance number. We're going to quickly look at it in a jiffy. So let me close this bracket and let's see how substitute is going to help us change XYZ Retail Co. to ABC Retail Co. Now we can see that has been changed to ABC Retail Co. Now to talk about that last argument earlier. So let's assume that the name of the company was XYZ Retail. Let's assume that the name of the company was XYZ Retail Co. truly, but maybe there's another XYZ at the back of this, at the back of this letter. That is, you have two instances of XYZ occurring in this text. So that last argument is basically to specify, okay, which of the instance should I fulfill? Is it the first instance where I see XYZ or the second instance where I see XYZ? So let's do it again. So I will call substitute. What's the text? This is the entire cell reference. What's the old text that I want to replace? And that's XYZ. What's the new thing I needed to write? ABC. And so what's the instance number? That is it the first instance, second instance, or the fourth instance whenever I see wherever the fourth time or the first instance where I see XYZ? So we want to tell you that it's the XYZ in the second instance that you should change to ABC. So in this case, reading from left to right, I will specify 2 to be the instance number of the XYZ. I want it to change to ABC. So I'm going to write 2 and I'll close the bracket and I'll hit enter. So we can see that in this case, because I've specified the exact XYZ it should change, it changed only the XYZ on the second instance. That is the second time it sees XYZ. That is what it changed to ABC. All right, I hope this video has been helpful. If it has been helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel.